The Galactic Empire looked at Earth with disdain. To them, humans were just a primitive species, long forgotten by most of the galaxy. After a massive ice age, Earth had frozen over, leaving most humans buried under mountains of ice. The Empire's leaders had mocked humans for centuries, calling them weak, foolish, and unworthy of any place in the galaxy. To these aliens, the idea of humans surviving such a catastrophe seemed like a bad joke. In a grand hall on the Empire's capital planet, ambassadors and leaders from across the galaxy gathered to discuss their latest plans. As usual, Earth became the target of their jokes. Have you seen those frozen pictures of their cities? All that effort, and they couldn't even survive a little weather, scoffed Zarlak, a tall, green-skinned alien with shining yellow eyes. Laughter filled the room as others joined in, each one eager to add their own insult. Another alien, a cold-blooded reptilian named Threx, hissed with amusement. What good are humans anyway? They could barely make it to the stars. Now they're just fossils under ice! The crowd laughed even harder. To them, Earth was nothing more than a frozen graveyard, and humans were creatures of the past, like ancient relics buried and forgotten. They shared stories about how humans used to dream of space travel, how they had hoped to find a place among the stars. But in the eyes of the Galactic Empire, those dreams had died along with their civilization. But across the galaxy, not everyone shared the Empire's view. A group of curious alien scientists, interested in Earth's strange signals, had noticed unusual readings from the frozen planet. They picked up faint energy signals that didn't match anything natural. At first, they thought it might be leftover tech, slowly decaying under the ice. But the signals were strong, rhythmic, as if something was still alive and moving. One scientist, a quiet and thoughtful alien named Dr. Morvac, decided to investigate further. He sent a report to his superiors, detailing the odd signals and suggesting that perhaps there was more to Earth than they realized. But his report was dismissed. Humans? Alive? His commander sneered. Dr. Morvac, I think you need a vacation. You've been spending too much time watching that old planet. Feeling humiliated, Dr. Morvac dropped the matter, but he kept an eye on Earth from a distance. He couldn't shake the feeling that something was happening there, something the Empire couldn't see. While the leaders laughed, Morvac began to see a pattern in the signals, a pulsing energy that almost seemed purposeful. Back on Earth, buried beneath layers of ice and rock, ancient technology remained hidden. Humans, knowing they might face extinction, had once prepared for this very situation. In secret bunkers, they had stored technology, weapons, and knowledge, things that could survive any catastrophe. And in cryo chambers deep below the surface, some of humanity's most brilliant minds had been preserved, waiting for a day when they could awaken and reclaim their planet. But the Galactic Empire didn't know this. They were too busy mocking what they thought was a dead species. Their arrogance blinded them to the truth, and their jokes only grew bolder. Earth was just an icy relic in their eyes, nothing more than a reminder of humanity's supposed weakness. Yet, as Dr. Morvac continued his quiet observations, he saw more strange readings. Lights flickered under the ice, then went dark, only to reappear days later. The signals grew louder, more frequent, almost as if Earth itself were waking up. Still, no one in the Empire took it seriously. The aliens laughed at humans, confident in their superiority. But unknown to them, beneath the ice, humanity was stirring. A hidden strength, fueled by years of silence and centuries of scorn, was preparing to rise. And soon the Galactic Empire's mocking laughter would turn to shock. Dr. Morvac continued to watch Earth from afar. He couldn't explain it, but the strange signals coming from beneath the planet's ice kept calling him back. He had tried reporting his findings to the Galactic Empire's leaders, but they laughed, refusing to believe that anything interesting could happen on a frozen, dead planet like Earth. Still, he couldn't shake the feeling that something big was happening. Days turned into weeks, and the signals from Earth grew stronger. They pulsed in rhythmic patterns, almost like a heartbeat. Morvac noticed that these signals weren't just random bursts of energy. They seemed planned, like someone or something was slowly waking up. He watched the readings carefully, taking note of the increasing energy levels. To him, it felt like Earth was preparing for something. But what? Meanwhile, deep beneath the ice, the humans hidden away in cryosleep began to stir. Generations ago, in the face of the Ice Age, humanity's leaders had made a plan. Knowing their world would freeze over, they created underground bunkers and stored their most valuable resources and technology in them. Brave scientists, soldiers, and engineers had volunteered to be put into cryo-sleep, hoping they could be revived someday when Earth could support life again. And now that day was here. The machines in the underground bunkers detected a shift in temperature triggered by the signals from alien probes. Slowly, they began to wake up the first wave of humans. The cryo chambers hummed to life, and one by one, the humans opened their eyes, gasping as they returned to consciousness. Their memories were hazy at first, and they felt the chill of the surrounding ice. But as their bodies warmed up, so did their determination. One of the first humans to awaken was Commander Alex Kane. As he adjusted to the bright lights of the bunker, he felt a surge of emotion. They had prepared for this day, but he had never imagined what it would actually feel like. Standing up, he glanced at the other cryo chambers slowly opening around him. His team, men and women who had chosen to sleep through the Ice Age, were alive and ready to begin humanity's return. "Welcome back," Alex greeted his team, his voice strong. "It's been a long sleep, but now it's time to rebuild." The humans in the bunker nodded, some smiling, others with determination set in their eyes. They knew they were humanity's last hope, a team chosen to survive and thrive in the toughest of conditions. Their mission was clear. They would reclaim Earth and restore the glory of humanity. As the team powered up the bunker's systems, they found records of what had happened during their long sleep. They learned that the Galactic Empire had been watching Earth, mocking humans as weak and useless. A fierce anger grew in Alex and his team. They had been seen as failures, even though they had survived an event that would have wiped out any other species. But they had not come back to be mocked. They had returned to prove that humanity was a force to be reckoned with. With the bunker now fully powered, Alex and his team accessed Earth's ancient technology. They began testing old weapons and reviewing plans for rebuilding the planet. They activated Earth's hidden defense systems, creating a shield that would block future probes and prevent any more interference from the Empire. Slowly, the entire bunker hummed with life, and the hidden power of humanity was back online. On the other side of the galaxy, Dr. Morvac's scanners picked up a new, stronger energy surge from Earth. His eyes widened as he watched the readings soar. This was no ordinary pulse. This was a signal, a message, that Earth was not as silent as the Empire believed. For the first time, Dr. Morvac felt a chill of fear. The weak humans, who everyone had thought were gone forever, were awake. And if these signals were anything to go by, they were preparing for something big. Humanity was stirring, and soon the entire galaxy would know it. As the humans awakened beneath Earth's icy surface, their preparations began. Commander Alex Kane led his team with a renewed purpose. They had been mocked, forgotten, and labeled as failures, but now was their chance to change everything. The Galactic Empire might think humans were gone, but soon the universe would see their strength. In the bunker, Alex gathered his team. He looked into their determined faces and saw the same fire burning in each of them. "We're not just survivors," Alex said, his voice echoing through the room. "We're the future of humanity. The galaxy thinks we're weak, but we're here to prove them wrong." Around him, his team cheered. They knew their mission was greater than themselves. They were more than just scientists, soldiers, or engineers. They were the last hope for humanity's legacy. Each person in the bunker understood the weight of their role, and each was ready to fight. With the power systems restored, Alex ordered his team to bring their ancient technology online. They had access to old, forgotten weapons that had been designed to protect Earth against any threat. In hidden chambers, they found advanced suits of armor, powerful energy rifles, and combat drones that could scout and defend Earth's territory. Even more impressive, they discovered prototype ships, small but fast, built for swift and powerful attacks. Working day and night, the humans trained, prepared, and tested their technology. They practiced with weapons in underground training areas and ran simulations to hone their combat skills. Even though they had been in cryo-sleep, their skills quickly returned. Alex was impressed by his team's readiness. They were like a sleeping army, reawakening to defend their home. Outside, Earth's icy landscape was silent, hiding the powerful force growing below. The humans' activities were carefully shielded from the Empire's sensors, but the energy buildup was becoming too large to ignore. Eventually, faint readings reached Dr. Morvac's scanners. He noticed a spike in energy, then another and another. It was like the planet was alive, pulsing with activity. Impossible, he whispered to himself, studying the data in disbelief. They're rebuilding. But no one in the Empire took his warning seriously. His fellow scientists dismissed it as static from a dead planet. Yet Morvac felt a sense of dread creeping in. He knew something big was happening on Earth, and if the Empire kept ignoring it, they might face consequences they couldn't imagine. Back on Earth, Alex's team was nearing readiness. They had established secure communication channels, made a strong defense perimeter, and completed training for all personnel. The moment they had been waiting for had finally arrived, the moment they would reveal humanity's strength. Alex knew they couldn't stay hidden forever. If they wanted to protect Earth and secure their place in the galaxy, they would need to face the Empire. And so he made a bold decision. "We're going to send a message," he announced to his team, his eyes blazing with purpose. "Let the galaxy know that humanity is not extinct. Let them know we're back, and we're not backing down." The team worked quickly, transmitting a powerful signal that would reach every corner of the galaxy. The message was simple, direct, and filled with a fierce pride. "This is Earth. We are humanity, and we are awake. To those who mocked us, prepare yourselves. We have returned." As the message echoed across space, the Galactic Empire finally took notice. The mocking whispers turned to shocked gasps, and the laughter died down. Alien leaders stared at the transmission in disbelief. Humans, whom they had thought were fossils in ice, were not only alive but rising, stronger than ever. In that moment, the Empire realized their mistake. Humanity was no longer a forgotten relic, and they were no longer alone. With Earth's defenses ready and their forces prepared, the humans had risen, and the galaxy would never see them the same way again. The stage was set for a battle that would shake the stars. The Galactic Empire didn't waste time once they received Earth's message. Shocked, then furious, the Empire's leaders saw humanity's revival as a threat to their control. An order went out across their fleets: crush Earth. Show them who rules the galaxy. In hours, massive Empire warships began their journey to the blue planet, ready to erase any trace of human defiance. Meanwhile, Commander Alex Kane and his team prepared for the battle of their lives. From their underground bunker, they watched the Empire's ships closing in through their long-range scanners. Earth's skies, silent for centuries, were now filled with the rumble of powerful engines as alien vessels hovered just beyond the atmosphere. "Remember, we have something they don't expect. Our will to survive," Alex told his team, his voice steady and calm. "They see us as weak, but we'll show them our strength." The team took their positions. Advanced weaponry, defense drones, and hidden bunkers were activated around Earth's perimeter, all carefully designed to withstand alien attacks. As the Empire's ships moved closer, Alex knew this was it. Humanity was about to face the Empire in a showdown that would decide the fate of their species. The first shot came from the Empire's fleet, a powerful energy blast aimed at Earth's surface, but it never reached its target. The humans' shield technology absorbed the impact, redirecting the energy back toward the attackers. Alien commanders, shocked by the humans' defenses, ordered a full assault. Blasts rained down, filling the sky with streaks of fire and thunderous roars. But Earth's defenses held strong. Alex's team had prepared for this day, and every strike the Empire launched was met with a counterattack. Automated turrets and drones launched from hidden bases around the globe, unleashing a barrage of firepower that struck the Empire's ships from all angles. For every human drone that was destroyed, 2 more replaced it, keeping up the relentless assault. In the chaos, Alex and a select group of pilots prepared to launch Earth's prototype fighter ships. Small, fast, and equipped with powerful weapons, these ships were designed to strike swiftly and evade enemy fire. Alex climbed into his own fighter, feeling the hum of the engine beneath him. "Let's remind them who we are," he said over the comms. His team of pilots responded with determined nods. The fighters launched from the underground bunkers and shot through the sky, weaving through the Empire's fire with impressive speed. They targeted the Empire's command ships, aiming for weak spots in their defenses. Each hit was precise, each shot planned to disrupt the enemy's control. The Empire's fleet was powerful, but they were unprepared for the humans' intense coordination and surprising tactics. The battle was fierce, and Earth shook under the weight of the attacks. Explosions filled the sky as Empire ships fell, one after another, hit by waves of drones, turret fire, and the precision strikes of the human pilots. The Empire had numbers, but the humans had grit and strategy on their side. Finally, after hours of brutal fighting, the Empire's fleet began to weaken. Several of their larger ships were heavily damaged, drifting aimlessly in Earth's orbit. Realizing they had underestimated humanity, the Empire's commanders sent out a signal to retreat. As the last Empire ships pulled away, Earth's battered but unbroken defenders watched in silence. They had done it. Against overwhelming odds, they had defended their home. The humans in the bunkers erupted in cheers, hugging and celebrating. They had not only survived, they had won. Back in his fighter, Alex let out a deep breath, feeling the weight of victory settle in. He knew the Empire wouldn't give up so easily, but today they had proven a point. "We're here to stay," he said, knowing the message would echo across the galaxy. The Empire had underestimated humanity's resilience, and now the universe would have to reckon with a force they had thought extinct, a force willing to fight to the last to protect their world. The aftermath of the battle for Earth echoed across the globe. Commander Alex Kane and his team had just achieved an incredible victory against the Galactic Empire. The enemy had retreated, but they knew it was only a matter of time before they returned. The universe had underestimated humanity, and now they were determined to show their strength. In the bunker, the atmosphere buzzed with excitement and adrenaline. Alex stood before his team, feeling a mix of pride and responsibility. "We have shown them that we can fight," he began, looking each member in the eye. "But we must prepare for what's next. The Empire will not let this defeat go unpunished." The team nodded in agreement. They knew they had to be ready for a counterattack. The humans gathered intelligence about the Empire's movements and began fortifying their defenses. They developed new strategies, improved their weapons, and trained tirelessly. The victory had lit a fire in their hearts, and they would not let it fade. Meanwhile, word of humanity's strength spread across the galaxy. Many alien species watched with interest and curiosity. Some had previously mocked humans, while others had feared their potential. Now they wondered if the humans could truly stand against the Empire. As the Galactic Council convened, discussions about Earth began to heat up. Back on Earth, Alex held a meeting with his top commanders. "We need allies," he said. "If we are to face the Empire again, we cannot do it alone." They began reaching out to other species, sending messages to those who might share their interests. Some were eager to respond, while others remained cautious. One day, a small ship landed outside their bunker. It was a delegation from the Cathari, an alien race known for their powerful technology and vast resources. The Cathari had witnessed humanity's recent triumph and were intrigued. Their leader, a tall, imposing figure named Eric, stepped forward. "We have come to talk," Eric said, his voice deep and resonant. "Your victory has caught our attention. The Galactic Empire is a threat to us all. We wish to join forces." Alex welcomed the Cathari delegation, excited about the potential alliance. "Together we can strengthen our defenses and fight back against the Empire," he said. "But we need to trust each other." Over the next few weeks, the humans and Cathari worked closely together. They shared technology, knowledge, and training methods. The humans learned about Cathari ships, which could move faster and had advanced weapon systems. In return, the Cathari learned about humanity's unique tactics and fierce determination. As preparations continued, Alex gathered everyone for an important announcement. "We have allies now, and we will stand together," he proclaimed. "Our fight is not just for Earth, but for all those who have suffered under the Empire's rule. We will not be silenced." The crowd erupted in cheers. Hope surged through the humans as they felt the power of unity. They had faced darkness and emerged stronger. Now they would stand tall against the Empire, fighting for their freedom and the freedom of others. Days turned into weeks, and soon the time came for their first joint mission. Alex and Eric strategized together, determining how to strike a critical supply line the Empire relied on. Their forces moved swiftly, a combined fleet of humans and Cathari ready to make their stand. As they approached the Empire's base, the tension in the air was thick. This would be a crucial test of their newfound alliance. The humans piloted their ships alongside the Cathari, feeling the strength of their partnership. The battle began with fierce determination. Together, they unleashed a storm of fire upon the Empire's defenses, surprising the enemy once more. The humans, fighting for their home, and the Cathari, defending their own interests, fought side by side. The Empire's forces were taken aback. They had expected humans to be easy prey, but now they faced a united front. The combined might of the humans and Cathari shattered their defenses, and one by one, the Empire's ships fell. In that moment, humanity had truly made its stand. They were no longer the mocked and forgotten. They were a force to be reckoned with. Together, they had shown that unity could overcome even the greatest challenges. And as the Empire retreated, humanity's story had only just begun.